Hi, and welcome to another Repaint video. I'm Hannah from Hoodles, and I'm just diving right into this and I will explain along the way. My New Year's resolution is to always use my blow dryer before removing the head, starting with this doll. Please feel free to nag on me if you see that I'm slacking in the future. So this doll is made for the challenge/collaboration held by Kyro's workshop. It's called Boss Battle. We were supposed to make our final boss based on our biggest fear. My biggest fear is losing my perception of reality, having delusions. So I'm making a former mage made into some kind of demon hybrid, something like that? Something? She warps time and space, making everything seem real while it's not. So she's not confusing, she's causing a sense of reality that isn't real. Then again, everything is a matter of perception, and we all live our own realities. I kind of like philosophy. As usual, I scrape the hair out with a flat screwdriver before making an incision in the back of her scalp. Then I take the hair out with pliers before I rub the paint off with acetone. I have hypnagogia, which messes with my sleep quite a bit. Last year I had 3 or 4 weeks without it, I think. Wagner, Edison, Tesla, Newton, they experienced it too, and I'm pretty sure some of you also do. They said it heightens creativity, and I can agree to some part, but mostly it's just really annoying. It's like sleep paralysis without the actual paralysis part, which can be rather inconvenient when you get up and start doing weird things because, I don't know, you see spiders that aren't real. Highly inconvenient. In the long run, it can make one insecure about other things being real or not, and that is why this is my final boss. This one had some parts on the body that needed to be cut and sanded, just some minor imperfections. Then I started on the face up. 5 eyes, 3 irises in each eye, what could go wrong? Nothing went wrong, it just turned a bit tricky in the end with the details. It went fine. Instead of black, I use dark blue when shading this time. Trying new things is fun, and I liked the result. Candy break! Mentos has candies that says things on them, this or that kind of things. Let's see. Guitar or drums? For listening? Playing? Eating? I don't know. The yellow ones are tasty though. Next layer. Here I used blue again to shade inside the eyes. It made a huge difference compared to using black, especially since the eyes are green. Black tends to make the colors duller. I am no expert, far from it. It just amazes me how much knowledge there is out there just about colors. It's so cool. Before sealing, I spontaneously added some face tattoos, just for fun. In the fourth layer I use acrylics and some flow aid. I told you about my misbehaving brushes in my last video and, well, it had me freaked out, and I ordered 4 new ones. Little did I know that I ordered 10 divided by 0, not my regular 20 divided by 0, which I realized at this point. Silly mistakes, really. To enhance the colors in the eyes, I added some Tamiya gloss varnish. Now her face up is done. It's chaotic, but I like it. The next phase is her torso. I wanted to give it glow-in-the-dark eyes, so I started with painting white dots. Then I added the glow-in-the-dark paint in a couple of thick layers. This is how it looks in the dark so far. Wicked. Next are some details with acrylics to make them more like eyeballs. Finally, to make them more spherical, I use UV resin. Then I sculpted some eyelids onto those small glowing blobs with some 2 parts epoxy. Let's bring some nature into this. I love lychee fruits, berries, what are they? Oh well, they are my favorite, and I love the structure on the peels. I decided to use them on the doll to give her some texture. Super glue is not the way to go with these. Thicker adhesive is much better, so don't do it like me. There we go. Phew! Then I did the same to her head. I was contemplating using hair, but it's my final boss and, well, I wanted to use these. This looks odd. But it will look better after painting. Spiders are not my favorite things, especially orb weaver spiders. They freak me out. So some weird spider-inspired legs were made out of polymer clay and then attached to the torso's back. I made them ball joint-ish, not a perfect construction, but I'm still proud of myself. I need to adjust the attachment to the back next time though, maybe sculpt a base or something. To keep them from going backward, I added some fake fur between them. Next is the cape. I made this cape pattern. It's just a quarter of a circle with a little hole for the cloak's upper part. The fabric I chose was crushed velvet in black. Then I added some bits and pieces from a sheer black fabric. There we go. It's starting to look like something. Next, I used some Tamiya gloss varnish on the torso's eyes and then added glow-in-the-dark to the other ones. Glow-in-the-dark paint is like glitter. It's tough to stop using it when you've started. Less is more doesn't really apply here. Time to make her a weapon. With glow-in-the-dark powder, I used 2-part resin to make 3 prisms. I've actually made this mold myself and it's proven to be much more useful than I thought it would be. Then I have to hide it from myself. For real. I can't help myself. After a couple of hours I will be there poking and prodding and messing things up. So I hide it from myself. Problem solved. Yay. I wait 48 hours instead of 24 to be on the safe side. Then I use them with a wooden dowel and some 2-part epoxy to make the weapon's end. And the rest is history. There, finished! Next, I make a mask. Well, I made this first actually, but the process for this doll is all jumbled up and I'm trying to edit this into a good chronological video. Anyway, I used 2-part epoxy clay to make the base. These gloves are small while I need the medium ones, plus they're semi-transparent white, which I really dislike, but finding disposable gloves in this day and era is basically impossible. They're sold out everywhere, so I'm stuck with these for now. At least I have them. Next is making the base for the teeth. There needs to be a trypophobia warning on this part. This might be triggering for you if you have that. Then I made the teeth out of polymer clay. I thought I would paint them black too, so I used contaminated white clay for these, but yeah. After baking them, I attached them to the base with super glue. Then it needed a shave and a trim before I painted it, with more glow-in-the-dark paint. Technically, I painted this at the end of the process because I was waiting for my black 3.0 to arrive. Ideally, I would have used that paint, and the torso and head wouldn't have looked structured. Black 3.0 absorbs up to 99% of the light, making it look like a black hole basically. It would have been fantastic, but you know, Brexit, Corona, they're messing with delivery times, so I had to make do with regular black acrylics. Here I'm making a simple long skirt and not setting the house on fire. I used some foam to make armor. First I fixed the edges with my flat iron, then I made some details with a wooden dowel. To make some studs I used UV resin. My airbrush is one of my most prized possessions. It's my precious. Here I used Schmincke to give it a base coat, then I sealed it with Liquitex matte varnish before I dry brushed the part with paint from the army painter. It looks pretty cool, now I have to paint the rest. There we go, making a mess in the process. I added some faux fur and ribbon to the pieces, then I attached one of them to the skirt and the other one on the cloak. There is a lot of black on this doll and I wanted to give her some color, so I made hoops out of red polymer clay to make some jewelry. Finally, I added some red nail polish looking like dark blood. Then I was like, let's make a custom stand. I used glass decorations, glow-in-the-dark powder, resin and then some white resin dye. I did the resin in two parts, first with the glass pieces to create some kind of landscape. I added some black resin prisms before leaving it for 24 hours, then I mixed some more resin, a small part of it I dyed white. The intention was for it to look foggy and a little magical. I made a little contraption for the stand itself and then waited 48 hours for it to cure. The cup had stuck to the resin unfortunately, but I sanded it as much as my wrist and patience let me and then finished it all with gloss varnish. I like the result, it looks so magical. I'm still not sure if I want to defeat or befriend my final boss. I am pretty sure though that a psychic one would be my worst nightmare. Other than that, I really have no fears actually. Spiders and snakes are cool, heights are uncomfortable, but okay, maybe ticks? They scare me, like immensely. Mostly because I encounter them like once or twice a year. Living in the north has its perks. I guess I'm scared of people too, but my work forces me to encounter them often, so I'm also used to those. No, this was my final boss indeed. I've already made her familiar, but that's a secret until next weekend, so sorry for the tiny spoiler. As usual, she'll go to my Patreon, but I'll add one as a giveaway free for all. I kind of like sending them away to the new homes, it's a source of joy. My next doll will be a part of a fruit and berry collaboration. It will not be a lychee one. But I'm pretty sure no one can guess what berry I chose. It's highly sought after where I live, and people guard their picking coordinates with their lives. Seriously? They make smog seem open-handed. Just saying. Okay, now the Swedes may know. Oh well. I decided to name this one Ariem because of REM sleep, you know, R-E-M. I thought it was fitting and a bit funny, so that's it. I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank my Patreons. I am so honored, and I'm looking forward to sharing progress updates with you. Thank you so much. So this is the doll I started with, and in the end I had this. Pretty cool. My favorite part is the armor because it looks so real somehow. The stand is looking gorgeous, and she seems so wicked with the help of a UV lamp. And with a UV lamp in the dark, even more awesome. Now I'll have to defeat her. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this year becomes what you want it to be. Calm, exciting, stable, prosperous, whatever you want it to be. Bye!